Well, it's Amr here, and in today's video, I'll talk about the MCP server, the game changer in the world of automation. First of all, what's the purpose of using MCP server? Now, in case if you want to integrate something like Gmail, Calendar, Slack, Google Maps, or whatever tool that you need to integrate in your automation, you need a specific way to integrate these tools, and every tool needs a specific way to customize the protocol or the communication between the integration or the tool and your application. As we can see, every platform has its own protocol to communicate with your automation. So the purpose of the MCP server is just to have unified way of communicating with all the platforms that you need to integrate in your system or your automation. So you can just connect to the MCP server. The MCP server can handle the communication between your automation or your software and the other platforms like Slack, Gmail, Google Calendar, etc. And you just need to pay subscription to one platform, which is the MCP provider. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about Zapier MCP integration. So it is cheaper on the long term because you are just paying subscription fee to one platform, which is Zapier or any similar platform, and you are just focusing on the problem that you are solving without any distraction or customizing specific API or specific connection to specific platform. So with MCP server, all you need is just to send request to the MCP server. Let's say you are asking the MCP to send a mail to x@gmail.com, and then this is like the first request, and then the MCP is asking you to provide more details about this email, like the subject of it, the content, and all these kind of things that you don't need to customize or build from scratch. And this is literally going to accelerate the process of automating or building assistants or any kind of integration. So think of it like MCP is empowering your agent or your assistant to take more actions, not just answering questions and all these kind of traditional things. This is the purpose of MCP server. So to build your MCP server, you need just to go to Zapier, and we can do this by typing Zapier MCP, this link. So get started. So now we can add new MCP server from this button right there, and then we can choose the MCP client. In this case, because we need to integrate MCP server in VAPI platform, we are going to choose other, and we need to just give a name to this MCP server. So first server, and then click create MCP. So we have three main tabs. The first one is configure, in which we configure the MCP tools and the rest of the things. So we can add tool like Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Sheet, and the rest of the tools. They have 7,000 apps, which is pretty amazing in the world of automation, because you just create the MCP server and then send a request, and the MCP server is able to handle all these different tasks. So in my case, I will just choose Gmail, and automatically, once you click on Gmail, it's going to add Gmail tools like find email, label to email, archive email, delete email, and so on. And I will add another one, which is Google Calendar, as we can see. And in the same way, it's going to automatically add different tools. So now we have Gmail tools. We need to add calendar tools. Click on this plus button and then add Google Calendar tools. So as we can see, these are the tools that we have. We can just go to VAPI. To integrate the MCP server in your VAPI Assistant, first you need to create new assistant, which is the MCP. So we can add tool and choose MCP. And then all we need just to place the server URL. So to get the URL of your MCP server, you need just to click on the MCP server and then move to connection and copy this URL, which is server URL. And then copy URL and place this URL in this place, and then click save. So move to your assistant and then move to tools, and then just integrate or select a tool, which is MCP tool that we've created, and then publish this and you don't need anything else. Just add the tool and automatically VAPI Assistant is going to detect that you have MCP server integration and automatically is going to switch once you want to send a mail or set a calendar. So let's try this.
Hello, how I can help you?
Okay, so can you send a mail?
Absolutely, I can help with that. Please let me know. 1, who should receive the email, their email address? 2, what would you like the email to say, or what is the purpose topic? 3, do you have a preferred subject line? Once I have these details, I'll draft an email for your review.
So as you can see, all you need is just to give the agent details like the recipient name, the Gmail account that you want to send a message or email to, and all these details. And it's super easy now to integrate tools to your assistant. So I think MCP is just making the process much faster and empowering the assistant to be able to take different actions with different integrations.